Good morning. Jupiter just went retrograde today, and Jupiter is the planet of expansion, abundance. It expands everything it touches. So it expands good things, but it also expands bad things. So good and bad, right? Relative terms. But it expands the things that you are trying to seek, and it expands the things that you are trying to let go of. So just be mindful of where you put your attention today. It's in the sign of Cancer. Cancer is the sign of the home, the hearth, the mother. It is a very nurturing, compassionate sign. And when Jupiter moves retrograde in this sign, it's really asking you, where are you not expanding? Where do you need to focus on your basic needs being met in your home and with your nurturing so that you can move forward with a different sense of abundance, right? So I'm going to just pull a few cards and see what sort of messages come out today. And we also have Uranus and Gemini. So Uranus is associated with Aquarius. Uranus is the planet of like innovative technology. It's the planet of abrupt changes. It is the planet of calling in new ways of community. And it's in the sign of Gemini, which is the thinker. And Gemini is ruled by Mercury, which is a communicative sign. It rules the mind, the thoughts, the hands, the dexterity. So Uranus being in Gemini is also the US's Uranus return. So some abrupt changes for the US might be going on. Hopefully, they are expanded by Jupiter in a positive way. So the first card that comes out is the Hermit. So this tells me that we are all being invited to move inward. Cancer, because it rules over the home, can be a more private sign. It's the sign of the crab. It has a shell that it retreats into when it feels threatened. So this is an invitation to sort of move inward and reclaim your own inner light, because we need it. We need more people really just being in their own authenticity as we move into these unprecedented times. All the times are unprecedented, right? Like, they're all crazy. Everyone thinks this is the worst time to be alive, but it's just because we're living it. There are plenty of terrible times to have been alive in the past. If you practice stuff like this and you consider yourself a witch, if you were born in an era where there were witches, you were probably burned at the stake. If you were in any sort of other culture in the past, there are plenty of other bad things and unprecedented things going on in those times as well. So always a reminder to check in with yourself and your own inner light, your own inner knowing, and move forward from that space. Where do you need to sort of pull back and reassess what your needs are, and then figure out how to get them met? All right, and we have the Six of Cups. So in lieu of Uranus being in Gemini and trying to make new forms of community through communication, this gives me a sense of just looking around and seeing who in your community could use help, and also asking for help if you're the one who needs help in your community. And I understand that for a lot of us, asking for help is excruciating, or offering help that someone else might need may not be available to you at this time. But in what ways can you support each other? Even if you don't have people around you in your immediate environment, how can you support your friends who are near and far? Like the ones who are in different parts of the world than you. Like, how can you show up and support each other? The Six of Cups is also about giving back from your own emotional overflow. So having the compassion to hold for others when it seems like something's going on in their life, and it's so easy to judge it and say, oh, you just need to do this. You just need to do this and that'll fix it. Remembering that your own assistance that you've received from people and how that may have gotten you where you are, and that someone else may not have that type of assistance that you've had, and still figuring out which ways you can hold that compassion. There's no need to be shamed for receiving help. If you are someone whose family bought you a car or a house, or paid your down payment for your house, or paid for your whole college, or whatever, you don't need to be ashamed of that. But you do need to be aware that that is not the reality for everyone. And so they might need a different form of help than you have received. So take care of your community, take care of each other. And then we have the Four of Pentacles. So this card to me is always about being proud of your success, but not hoarding it. So the whole point of becoming so successful is that then you can now pour from a space of overflow and you can help the people around you. So this card really just is an invitation to stand in your own success, be proud of what you've built, even if you had assistance along the way. And if you didn't, like, you're just going to be lonely at the top anyways. So use your community, collaborate with people. We're not in competition. We're here to pull each other up, but we're not here to be each other's punching bags either. So have your boundaries, but support people. And when you get to the top, when you have these successes, where are you pouring them in to the places around you to give back? And then we have the Nine of Wands. This feels like the people who are just, they're tired. There's a lot of us, right? We're tired because we are chasing this growth. We're trying to do better. We're trying to make progress. We're trying to call in different things that would be better suited for all of us as a society. And we're feeling a little tattered up. And we're sort of just like leaning on any sort of grounding that we can put our feet on. So I want to remind you that you have so many tools in your toolbox. The mind is such a little fuck sometimes, and it will try to tell you that you can't do something, you can't move forward, you need this to happen first. I challenge you to take a leap of faith in any small way that you possibly can and see how it helps you grow and what sort of abundance it can bring to you. You might need to leave a relationship that isn't working anymore. You might need to leave a job that isn't working anymore. You might need to step more boldly into your own gifts and your own words. Gemini really is, they're saying stuff, just telling it like it is. That is the gift of Gemini. Everyone thinks they're two-faced, but they're really not. They just don't coddle you. And that's okay, because not everyone, needs that. Some people need the words just very direct. Otherwise, people get confused and assume other things about the story. So I think the biggest message for me today through this reading is just take care of your community. We're all in this together. We all live on the same planet. There's an abundance of resources on this planet. There is a lack of positive distribution of those resources on this planet. But how can you do your part? How can you take one step closer to being in your gifts and showing up as your most authentic self so that you can have a place to pour from overflow to the people around you? And be careful out there, because not everybody has good intentions towards you. And not everybody knows how to show up. So be kind, but be direct, because there's no point in leading people on into things that you have no intention of actually standing your ground in. So, okay, have a great day.